Hey guys, it's Shawn. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about legal issues with problem LLC members. This is something that can come up in the life of your limited liability company. A similar parallel issue can happen in corporations with officers and directors. But every once in a while you just have a problem owner, a problem member in the case of an LLC. Maybe they're also involved in the business, maybe they're managing the business. Some LLCs are set up as what we call member managed, which means the members, the people who are the owners of the company, also get to manage. Usually they vote in proportion to their ownership percentages. But sometimes we have LLCs where we just have owners, and sometimes somebody is problematic. The question is, what do? How do we reform the relationship? Usually what most businesses are looking for is to exit the problematic member. We want them out. They can go on, live life, and do their thing, maybe get involved in another business, hopefully not violating any non-competes if those exist, but we want them out. And the company wants to go on and continue to grow and thrive. Your first big things you're going to look at are your operating agreement, LLC agreement, whatever you call it. Hopefully you have one of those in writing. You're going to go to that document. That document may talk about how to buy out a member. A lot of well-written agreements have a buyout provision. Hopefully that buyout provision is flexible enough to allow a buyout of the problematic person. You may have an ejectment provision. Sometimes people have this. It's triggered by certain events, criminal acts, etc. Other things can cause you to be able to get somebody out of the LLC. And then we also have our LLC Act. If the agreement's silent, or there may be limits on what we can do in the written agreement based on our LLC Act. So we've got to look at both of those in conjunction with each other. Probably in most cases, you're going to have more guidance from your LLC agreement unless it's poorly written, and less guidance from the statute, but you do need to look at both and make sure they work together. Your lawyer, whoever you're working with, can help you parse that language. But what you then need to do is come up with a way to figure out what to do with that member. That member may also be an employee. They may have other obligations to the company, and depending on your state of formation, which generally governs the internal affairs of your company, that member may or may not owe certain duties to the LLC. So we want to collect all this together and then figure out what our action plan is. It may be mechanical. The agreement may allow us to remove the member and get on with life, in which case we're going to work through those mechanisms and we're going to continue on, and we're going to do that, run that process, and keep moving. In other cases, things might be more complicated. We may have to work through that. So we got to figure out where we're at, get positioned, and then move forward. So review the LLC agreement, review your LLC Act, figure out where you're at, look at your options in light of those, and then come up with an action plan. Sometimes there's some negotiation involved. Sometimes if you have holes in your agreements or documents, you can just negotiate an exit. Very nice to get a settlement agreement in these cases. But that should hopefully get you pointed in the right direction if you're having this problem. Specific details can be worked out with your lawyer based on your specific documents, applicable state law, etc. If you have questions that are general in nature, go and drop them below. Do not put questions on your specific situation. They're not confidential on this channel, and this is obviously not an attorney-client forum. So if you have general questions, things you might want us to view in future videos, sometimes we get video prompts from that. Go ahead and drop them below. For specific questions, reach out to an attorney licensed in your jurisdiction. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Look forward to seeing you for another video soon.